Welcome back to T-Boys TV. We're back again with another stream. Obviously, now we are doing FA Cup predictions. What we're going to do in this episode, we're going to go through the previous round of games as well. I think it only makes sense, and there's not a lot of games to really go through, so that should be all good. But obviously, episode 3 of FA Cup predictions, obviously, it's really meant to be episode 4, but obviously, I was busy with work the last time out, so I've done my predictions on the YouTube community. So there you go with that one. But obviously in today's one, as I said, we'll be reviewing the games and then we'll be obviously going through the points and then predicting the 4 games that are upcoming this weekend in the FA Cup. So there you go. But let's go through some comments before. Issa says, yo, it's not starting. Yeah, sorry, I was a minute late. I had a few things I needed to sort out last minute again. So, yep. What's up? Big up yourself, mate. He also said, let's go. He's buzzing for it. And I like that picture. I do like that profile picture. Trent is a G. You know what I'm saying? Big up Adam inside Luton. He says, yes, T, how's it going? It's going decent, mate. I hope it's going well for you. Missed the stream this morning. I slept in. Sorry, don't blame you, mate. I woke up at 10 o'clock. And then when I tried to urge myself to get out of bed, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I had to go over to the shop as well, get a few things. So, yeah, I've done it in the end, but, yeah, it went straight away. I'll tell you that. But, so let's get into it. So, obviously, like I said, we'll be going through the previous round of games in the FA Cup first. So, let's do that. So, obviously, the first game that we're going to talk about, first game out of the lot, to be honest, in the last round, Peterborough took on Manchester City. And Manchester City won 2-0. You know, everyone expected a City win. Let's be serious. Peterborough, they're just not great. Not great. I know there's always cup upsets and that sort of thing, but it just wasn't going to happen here. What I have to say, though, I don't usually like talking about these sort of things, but that Peterborough pitch was dreadful for Championship standard, even though they won't be in it for much longer. It's a poor pitch. Very poor pitch it was. But City, fair play Peterborough. They kept it in at 0-0 at half time. So you have to give them a bit of credit for that. Their keeper, he done all right. But then Mahrez got a goal, individual goal by Mahrez. It was a brilliant finish into the bottom left corner by him. And then later on, 7 minutes later, Jack Grealish got a goal. And the game was done from there on in. Easy pass through in the end, and Grealish with a decent finish in front of the City fans, and that confirmed their place into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. But all round, as I said, Peterborough wasn't too bad in the first half. It's just overall they wasn't. It was going to be a matter of time, in my opinion. And obviously that is what happened. So, we'll move on from that game. Next game was... Now, my prediction for this, I was actually debating for ages. Like days upon days up before it, if to say 2-1 or 3-1 to Palace. I went with 3-1 in the end. And it was annoying because a lot of people did say 2-1 that do the predictions. And they got points through this game. 0-0 at half time. Stoke had quite a lot of good chances in this game, if I'm being totally honest. But Kouyaté got his first goal of the season, I believe, for Palace. And then shortly after, Stoke actually got an equaliser. It's good play and a good finish, if we're being totally honest. And then Riedewald got a goal with 8 minutes left, and that was a very good finish into the bottom left corner, and that confirmed it. That was the winning chance, and that took Crystal Palace through. And Stoke, they brung good fans, good atmosphere. Obviously, Palace always do at home anyway, so there you go with that. But decent game, tight affair, but Palace get it done in the end. The Premier League team shines through, and there you go with that one. But I'm going to get in some comments. Liverpool going for the quadruple. Yes, it looks like we are. Whether we'll win that is a different question. And as Adam says here, Stoke played well. To be fair, they did. They can hold their head up high. As I said, going away is Selhurst Park is not always easy. So, as you say there, they did play well. So, give them credit where it's due. But yeah, moving on to the next game. Now, this was a shock, and it wasn't a shock. It is a shock because obviously it's the Championship side beating a Premier League side, but then it's not a shock because it's Tottenham. Do you know what I mean? But obviously this game, Middlesbrough, the crowd was just brilliant. Obviously Middlesbrough won 1-0, as you can see there, after extra time. And what a finish it was by Coburn. I believe that's how you say his name. Youngster, very good finish. The way he smashed it into the top left corner. Spurs had chances. I think the Middlesbrough keeper made some brilliant saves, kept him in the game at points. And yeah, Spurs bottle it again. But you do have to give Middlesbrough a lot of credit. Obviously, they knocked out Man United the round before, and now they've knocked out Tottenham. So that's 2 Premier League teams back to back. So they deserve a lot of credit due to that. And yeah, as I said, Spurs just doing Spurs things. You know what I mean? But we'll get into some comments. Love an upset, absolutely. Spurs can either be world beaters or lose games like this. Exactly. Big up Chris. He says, good afternoon, mate. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm decent. Thanks, mate. Hope you're well. So there you go. Moving on to the next game. Very, very unlucky. So proud of the boys. Obviously I won't go on for too long, but yeah, so proud of the boys. Absolutely devastated, if I'm being honest, to play like that good. Right, when I saw the lineup, I was a bit optimistic, but then again, I was thinking, we played a very rotated squad when we played Man United, and Man United were, doing better than they are now. And, I looked at it and I was like, interesting. No Adebayo, no Bradley. Obviously, I believe they're both injured at the time. I know Bradley was. It was quite a few weeks ago now. We had players missing and that sort of thing, but obviously I went to it. It's a brilliant game to go to. Chelsea didn't even sell out, which is quite embarrassing in my opinion. Luton brought a great atmosphere, which obviously we expect in a game like this. But obviously the way it went early on, first opportunity, Luton had Reece Burke. What a header, mate. What a header. Kepa. A lot of Chelsea fans were a bit critical of Kepa on that, though. They were like, he should have saved that. No, the great header. What you want about? The way it dipped in was phenomenal. And then obviously we had the incident where Steer had to come off. That's very devastating. Obviously, he started to get game time for Luton on his loan from Villa. But obviously, it damaged Achilles, I believe it is. So obviously, he had to get rushed back to Villa. And it looks like he won't be playing again for Luton, which is gutting. Because, when he come in, he had a very good... I love the way he was saying, like, what he's trying to accomplish at Luton. It's positive and it's stuff you want to hear. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it was very gutting. And we brought on Isted. Now, I remember my dad actually messaging me. Obviously, he was watching it on TV. I remember him messaging me saying, we are, excuse my language, we are fucked. That's what he said to me. And I was thinking, yeah, I sort of do hear what you're saying. Isted, he was playing in the Conference South last season. My local team playing that. Do you know what I'm saying? So there you go. Funny enough, he played for my local team's rivals. that's the even funnier thing. But yeah, what a game he had. There was a Lukaku shot. He tipped it from going in. There was a few other shots. But yeah, obviously Chelsea got a goal. Saul got a goal. A bit later on. It was a good finish. No way Isted was saving that at all. And then Cornick got a goal right before half time, and that put us 2-1 up against the champions of the world. And it was a brilliant ball over by Mendes Gomez. Another good game he had. Brilliant ball over to Cornick. And as soon as Cornick was 1-on-1, I knew he wasn't missing. I just knew it. Brilliant finish it was. And it was, I loved the way he came over straight to the fans and celebrated as well. It was boss. It was boss. But then obviously the second half comes and Isted still makes some really good saves. But then, Chelsea were putting on pressure. I think I have to be real. I think Loftus-Cheek, he's had a very good season. And I think in this game, he was bossing that midfield in the second half. He done a brilliant ball over to Werner at first. And obviously I've got a lot of Luton fans around me as well. We thought it was offside. The Werner goal, looking back at it, it wasn't. It was a good finish by Werner. It's just typical. It's going to score against us. I knew that was going to happen. And then obviously they get a goal. Werner plays it over to Lukaku. And from that moment in, I knew the game was done. But, proud of the boys. Look at, as I said, we didn't have our captain. We didn't have Adebayo. We had to bring in that keeper who's not played much for Luton. He's been there for years. That's the weird thing, but he just hasn't really got given a chance a lot. So to play like that against Chelsea squad, which is worth, I don't even know how much, ridiculous amount of money, is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. As I said, plenty of times, it shows we're progressing. And yeah, it's a brilliant game. It was a brilliant game, even though we lost. Like I said, we're playing Chelsea. What do you expect? But, memorable night, absolute memorable night, going 2-1 up. And Chelsea, when they made it 3-2, that was the first time they went in the lead in that game. So, yeah, you got to be proud of the boys. You got to be proud. As I said, we didn't even have Adebayo. And I think if we had Adebayo, it might have been a bit different. Now, I'm not saying we'd have won, but it could have potentially gone extra time or something like that. And, so at the end of the day, proud of the boys, 100%. And, that's why I love supporting Luton, because stuff like that, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. And yeah, even some Chelsea fans, I have to give credit to some of them, like respecting us even before the game, saying it's not always going to be easy. Because you get the delusional ones. A lot of Chelsea fans were pretty honest, and I love to see that. I did love to see that. And even after the game, even neutrals, like not Chelsea fans, saying we deserve a lot of credit from that. And as I said, a lot of neutrals won't see it, but we didn't have our main players either. A lot of our main players. We had a few, but not a lot. So there you go. There you go about that one. So yeah, that's all I've got to say about that. Obviously, I've said quite a lot about it when it happened, but yeah. Just my usual self as always. Thanks. Good to hear, mate. Good to hear. Issa says, proud of Luton. Absolutely. Absolutely. Proud of our performance at that game. I was that proud of it. When a tear comes to your eye. At the time, I remember walking out the ground, and I'm not going to lie, people, that is what happened. There was a few stuff that happened after, but some knobhead Chelsea fans mouthing off in Luton, where the Luton fans come out after the game. Do you really want to be doing that? Not really. So for me, they got what they, deserved. I know it might sound a bit mad, but at the end of the day, they're mouthing off, after the game. So held Chelsea for 80 minutes. I wouldn't say 80 minutes, but, we did held them, obviously, the first half. And I'd say up to about 65th minute, we held them, I'd say. We didn't even play our first 11 exactly. That's what I'm saying. There was no way Kepa would have got that. Yeah, exactly. I said was absolutely outstanding. He is brilliant. Like I said, he was playing in the Conference South last season. So there you go. I'm a Liverpool fan. I wanted Luton to win. Of course, I think a lot of people did, unless you're a Watford fan. Mendes Gomez needs more game time. Absolutely. He's been brilliant when he got his chances in the FA Cup. We were lost in the second half. Yeah, as soon as they, got that first goal. Well, it weren't the second goal really, the Werner one. It was more the Lukaku one. I knew the game was done. But yeah, you saw the quality in the end. But Mount didn't do anything against Luton. The only thing he done was nearly put a ball over the stadium when he tried delivering the ball in the box. You know what I mean? So there you go. To be honest, I'm happy we lost. We can focus on the league now. Exactly. And that comes down to another reason why we rotated. Obviously, Nathan Jones's main priority is the playoffs. So there you go. The likes of Forest could be more fatigued now, and we could have an advantage now. Exactly. So there you go with that. But yeah, we'll move on from that game. Next game, very, very surprised with it. I think I did actually back Southampton, but not this high scoring. Obviously, they beat West Ham 3-1. A lot of West Ham fans are, happy that they lost. That might sound a bit mad, but they're focusing on the Europa League, the league, trying to get top four or whatever they're trying to. Obviously, they're in that battle. Whether I think they'll get it, I'm not so sure. But I think they might get the Europa League. I've said it since the start. So I have to stick with that. But anyway, about this game, Southampton's first goal. Absolutely disgusting goal. Perraud, I don't even know how you say his name. Apologies, but it's a brilliant goal. Brilliant strike it was. And then, so they have that 1-0 advantage going into half time. And then Antonio gets a goal. I thought it was poor goalkeeping though by Caballero, was it? Let me just double check. Was it? Caballero. Tried punching it away. Don't know what the hell he was doing. Even the commentators were saying it. And then Antonio got onto it. Fair enough. Scenes in the away end. And then West Ham give away a penalty. And Ward-Prowse took it really well, straight down the middle. But, Ward-Prowse's quality. Do you know what I mean? And it shone through there. And then Broja got a goal to confirm it. And it was a good finish there as well. And Southampton, they progress. So fair play to them. And as I said, a lot of West Ham fans didn't overly mind them losing. Because as I said, focus on the Europa and potentially getting top four. So there you go. Shocked with this result, I can't lie. As I said, I believe I did say a Southampton win, but not this convincing. I think I said like 2-1 or something. Big up Sadio Saleh, says, yo, big up yourself, mate. But yeah, moving on to the next game. My other team, Liverpool, took on Norwich. Now, you got to feel sorry for Norwich because we played them 3 times before this, twice in the league, home and away. Not long ago away as well. Not long ago at Anfield in the league. Obviously I played them shortly after in the Cup. This was the game after we won the League Cup final as well. And Tuki Minamino, mate, what a player. I've said it for time. Wait for his time to come. I'm not saying he's going to get over Salah because he's not. You know what I'm saying? The only way he would is obviously if Salah, well, he wouldn't even do that. No disrespect to him, but we got Jota, Mane, Diaz. You know what I mean? Firmino as well, who are above him at this current moment in time. But what a performance he had. The first goal, Origi laid it off to him. As soon as he laid it off, I knew Minamino was scoring that. Very good finish. The second goal, exceptional by Minamino posting in. He had a lot of space from a corner. And it's funny because the Norwich fans, obviously, I know it's banter and that, but before they were going, oh shit, as soon as Shimikas crossed it in. And then, obviously we scored from that. But Norwich, their goal was good. I'm not going to lie. It's a good strike. What I will say about it, though, Gomez, he hasn't looked good recently. Now, I don't know if that's because he hasn't been alongside Van Dijk when he's got given the chances, because we have to be real. When he did look good, that was because he was alongside Van Dijk. Now, I'm not saying he wasn't. That was the only reason he was good, but it is one of the reasons. He should have went 2 for me. He turned his back. It was a good finish, like I said. But then it gave Norwich a bit of hope, and they nearly scored again. Alisson, again and again. Man, having to do these big saves to prevent us from not having the result we want. You saw it the other day against Arsenal. We could have went 1-0 down. Completely different game if it ain't for him. The Napoli in the Champions League won us 3 trophies. It's mental. It's mental. Great. We're so lucky to have him. The only thing that does worry me about him sometimes when he comes running out like a madman, but he doesn't really seem to do that no more. But shot stopping, one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world at shot stopping for me. I think the only person that you could compete with him right now is Oblak. Like, as much as I rate Neuer, he's getting on a bit. For me, Oblak's the only other person that you can really put. Maybe De Gea, to be fair, because he does have to deal with a calamity of a defence. Them 3 for me. Them 3. Mendy, people overhype him too much. Like, he's a good keeper, but, it's been a few seasons. You know what I mean? These lot have been consistent for how long? Do you know what I mean? So that's what I will say about that one. We got the win. Like I said, that Alisson save kept us in it. Minamino, obviously I've done a match reaction to it. Kept us, into the next round, and There we go. There we go. And Liverpool obviously on the hunt for the quadruple. So it was a massive win which we needed. Very good tie to get as well. Home at Anfield against Norwich. So there you go. That's all I'm going to say about that one. To be honest, Norwich is not bad. They're very hit and miss. I don't know. They're a weird team. They like to go up, and I don't know. Alisson is so underrated. The only keepers people talk about are Mendy and David De Gea. I think that is anyway. They forget how good he was 18, 19. Very true. Very true. Mate, Oblak isn't near Alisson or De Gea. I mean, I do rate Oblak. I do rate him. But that's your opinion, like you say there. So there you go with that one. But yeah, 2 more games to go through. Now, this one I did a watch along to. Everton took on Bournemouth. Now, Bournemouth, like I said on the live stream, they're a team I need to go and see, man. They're fighting for playoffs, I believe, in the conference. And they're not far from me. They're like 20 minutes from me. So one day you might see a vlog at a Bournemouth game. And I know quite a few Bournemouth fans, actually. So, yeah, and I know quite a few that went to this game. And, yeah, I thought it was going to be a Bournemouth shot. So-called shot. Well, not so-called. It would have been. Obviously, they're the non-league side. Everton not in the greatest of form. And I thought Everton would rotate quite a bit. They did. But I thought, obviously, they wouldn't, obviously they'd be going for, trying to stay up in the Premier League. I think Bournemouth were brilliant in the first half defensively. I think their goalkeeper had a brilliant game. But then it just went from bad to worse in that second half. The first goal, they couldn't really done much about it, I don't think. It was a good finish by Rondon, but he had some howlers. He missed some sitters in that game before that goal. He had a header that he should have at least put on target. Brilliant ball in by Kenny. He made 3 brilliant crosses, in that game. There's one chance he had in the first half. It's poor. But yeah, as I said, Bournemouth, I think they've done well defensively and that sort of thing. They were quite unlucky, like I said. But going into, that, obviously Rondon got another goal. Very good ball in by Kenny again. Well, no, that one wasn't. The second one was from a corner. I thought the keeper saved it, but goal line, technology, he didn't. But Bournemouth can hold their heads up high, absolutely. Like, I know Everton not on the greatest form, but still, a lot of people said an Everton smashing. Either way, I didn't. I actually went for the underdogs. And it looked that way. At half-time, it looked like that could have potentially happened. It was obviously 0-0, like I said, Bournemouth very well. But the problem they had in the second half, I think, is they were just trying to smash the ball up there to their striker. Like, there was phases in the first half where they were playing the ball like on the ground and they were actually doing all right. As I said, defensively, the way they put the bodies on the line was exceptional. The goalkeeper had a really good game. But yeah, I think they were just, like, I understand it because obviously the difference in the leagues, but yeah, that's what ruined it for me when they were just trying to hoof it up there to their strikers and that sort of thing. But yeah, like I said, like Adam said here, fair play to Bournemouth. They can hold their heads up high, absolutely. And yeah, focus on, getting playoffs or automatic, whatever it is for them. I know they're in that sort of battle anyway in the conference, and yeah, it'd be brilliant. It'd be brilliant for them to go up. So yeah, there you go. There you go. That's what I will say about that. So yeah, let's move on to the next game. Now, another game I did a watch along to. Nottingham Forest took on Huddersfield. I actually got 3 points from this game. Now, at the time, both of these sides doing very well in the Championship. Obviously, Steve Cooper, since he's come in, Forest have done exceptional. And then obviously Huddersfield, they're just doing a lot better than what people have expected. Because a lot of people had them down, in that relegation battle at the start of the season. And, the way they shot up at this moment in time, it was mental. They've had a recent dip in form. That's what I will say. Ever since West Brom, even though, to be fair, that penalty West Brom got was very controversial. But onto this game, the reason I said 2-1 is because Forest were at home. I thought the home advantage would proper kick in. Obviously, I knew it was going to be a tight game. But yeah, they got the 2-1 victory, Forest. And yeah, it was a good game to watch from a neutral perspective. I enjoyed it. Obviously, Surridge got a goal, but it was disallowed. Very good call that was. Obviously, there's no VAR in the Championship grounds. And I thought that was very good by the linesman to spot that, because that was a tough one. But then Surridge scored later on. Sorry, Huddersfield scored first. Lees. Now, Huddersfield had a little tactic, all go behind the back post and then run on and, get onto it. I thought, though, even though that was a good tactic, I thought Steve Cook should have done better defensively, especially on Lees, who obviously got the goal. A very good header it was, but unmarked. But then, obviously, like I said, Surridge got a goal. Now, unlucky by the Huddersfield player, he tackled one of their players and then it come out to Surridge, so it was one of them. Quite unlucky. Brilliant finish by Surridge, though. He celebrated right in front of the Huddersfield fans, went like that. And, it was mad. And then Yates got a goal for Forest, and now I thought it was quite easy the way they got in behind. I'm not going to lie. Forest, Huddersfield, I didn't think they were too great after that, if I'm being honest. Spence had a very good chance, a player I rate very highly, to make it 3-1. He hit the crossbar, and that was in the second half. And yeah, it was one of them. As I said, I thought Forest were a lot better, after that second goal, and Huddersfield weren't so great. But yeah, it was one of them. Obviously, like I said, they're both going for playoffs. Obviously, Huddersfield are higher at this current moment in time. So in a way, that's better for them. Focus on trying to get as high as possible. And as for Forest, obviously they come up against Liverpool. Jed Spence, I'm looking forward to watching him. He's really impressed me in a lot of Nottingham Forest watch-alongs I've done this season, FA Cup, Championship. He's really impressed me. And it's good that Liverpool are playing him, because I think our scouts will look at him as a potential backup for right back, because obviously, we play Joe Gomez there, who looks like he will not be at Liverpool when it comes to the summer. And Milner, who's obviously getting on a bit. And yeah, when he's been playing right back recently, he's not been great, I'm not going to lie. And Nico Williams, obviously, it looks like Fulham are trying to get him permanently. So yeah, to get Jed Spence, if we do look at him, I think that'd be brilliant. Hopefully the scouts do that. Do you know what I mean? So there you go. That's all I'm going to say about that one. I can't remember what I put for this game. I can't even remember, mate. I'm not going to lie. So there you go. But yeah, there you go. That's all the games reviewed. Sorry. Now we're going to go through the points. So, yeah, let's do that. So, this is the points as it stands. Alex was top last time. He's top this time in the still this time in the FA Cup. I'm on 41 points. That Forest game helped me a little bit. I was quite far behind, but me getting 3 points from that Forest game really helped. Brad's on 42, so he is in second. Alex, like I said, is top with 49. Max is on 35. Liam's on 36. Perry's on 40. Kenny's on 36. Chris is on 45. No, so sorry, Chris is second. So yeah, it's mad between him and Alex in this race for first. So yeah, there you go. Cop's on 18. Daniel's on 38. Lewis is on 35. Hayden's on 15. Don's on 10. Brummy's on 5. And Robbie's on 7. And yeah, that was the first week Harry and Robbie joined, I believe. So, yep. Let's just do the usual and send that to the group chat to the people that are not on here. Where is it? So, FA Cup points as it stands. So there you go. There's that. So there you go. There you go with that. Sorry, just had to get that one sorted. But yeah, going on to the games now to predict. Like I said earlier, there's only 4 games to predict in this time. Obviously, the quarterfinals. So, yeah, let's get straight into it. And let's take that off the screen now. We don't need that on the screen. But, yeah, first game is... yeah, no worries, Alex. Big up yourself. Is Middlesbrough taking on Chelsea. Now, something I will say before I talk about how the game, how I think it's going to go. I've got to do this. Lucky I just remembered. Where is it? Help if I can find it. Aha, there we go. Preview now. But yeah, like I was going to say, Middlesbrough versus Chelsea. You know, I think it's quite disgusting what, Chelsea come out and try to say, oh, limited, rare, tear. You can't bring this in, try and make it behind closed doors. Like, who do they think they are? This is a massive game for Middlesbrough, and they deserve to be having fans at this game because how good they've been in the previous rounds. They've knocked out 2 Premier League teams, and it's not like it's Watford and, Burnley. They've knocked out Man United. Okay, they're not doing as great as they usually are, and Spurs, but at the end of the day, they're still the so-called Big Six. So to do that is phenomenal. And United was away as well. Let's get that in. So for Chelsea to say that, they were lucky against Luton, like I said earlier. I think they're a bit shook. If I'm being totally honest. But it's come out, I believe Chelsea can bring 500 fans. And Middlesbrough have every single other, person in the stadium. I'm not too sure how big their stadium is exactly. Obviously, I know it is quite big. So there you go. But yeah, how do I see this game going? I do actually see it being a very tight affair. I'm not going to lie. So I'm just getting the paper and that ready. But yeah, I do see it being a very tight affair. I do actually see it going to extra time like their last game did against Tottenham. And I see Chelsea just edging it though in extra time. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to say 0-0 and then Chelsea win it after extra time. So, yeah, that's my prediction. But I think Middlesbrough will make a really good account of themselves again. But I don't think they'll be able to get past Chelsea in this one. But I wouldn't be surprised if they did. It's one of them. So, there you go. Alex gone 2-1 Middlesbrough. Fair enough. 2-1 Boro. Big up Daniel. He says, yes, people. Watford are wank. Yeah, trust me. Adam, yep, you can be part of this if you want. Obviously, you're part of the Premier League one now, so I'll get you in that now. You've gone with 2-1 to Chelsea. And yeah, just a reminder, people, you don't have to tell me exactly if you think it's going to go extra time. Just say the team, and then after extra time, you get 3 points if it does go to that stage. So yeah, hope Boro win though. Yeah, it'd be brilliant. How good they've been this year. Yep, absolutely. Just got back from having my hair cut, mate. Got to have that fresh trim and that. No, fair enough, mate. Fair enough. So there you go. So there's that game. Next game is going to be a good game. I'm not going to lie. As much as Everton haven't been on the greatest of forms, obviously they won yesterday. But overall, have not been overly great. You would think they would rotate quite a bit, but now they're at the quarterfinal stage. Obviously, I say rotate quite a bit due to trying to focus on staying up. They're taking on a Palace side, and it's going to be a very hostile atmosphere. Palace are loving these home games at the moment. They're loving them, and yeah, it's going to be. I think this is going to be another tight affair. I do see Palace winning exactly how they did in the last round, which was a 2-1 victory over Stoke, and Stoke played well in that. And I see it going the same way. I see Palace winning 2-1 in this game. As I said, that home advantage is going to really play on, and I think Everton will be fuming because obviously if they do go on to lose, because obviously I haven't won a trophy since 1995. But I do also think, they look back at it and go, it's not that bad actually, because would we have won it? And also, they've got to focus on trying to stay in the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I will say. But yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Palace. I think it'll be a tight affair that I do. Chris has gone 2-1 Chelsea. You've done your predictions, but yeah, there you go. You did go with 2-1 Chelsea. Alex gone 1-1 Everton on pens. 1-1 Everton. I'll just put after extra time. As I said, that is how we're going to do it now. So there you go. Have I predicted mine? No, you haven't. So you've got to predict the Palace-Everton game and Southampton City so far. 2-2 Palace on pens. Fair enough. Yeah, let me just do this. 1-1. Everton. I've just wrote it in the wrong one. That's why I'm saying it again. After extra time. 2-2 Palace on pens. I'll just put after extra time. I've said 2-2 Palace after extra time. There you go. Who do you hate more, Watford or Everton? Watford, because it's closer to me, and other than the football, Everton fans can actually be all right. I remember when I was up at Liverpool, and I was at a Liverpool training ground, and I actually spoke to an Everton fan, and is a sound guy, to be honest. Sound guy. I was watching Liverpool players train, and it was decent. It's decent. He was all right, to be fair. Who does? I can't even remember. I don't even know. Okay, I'm meeting him at the moment. Oh yeah, I'll be all right. Then. I'll be all right. Did I miss anything? No, didn't miss anything. So that's all good. Moving on to the next game, Southampton versus Man City. Now, Man City, didn't have a great result midweek for them against Palace. Like I said before, it seems like it's their bogey team. Southampton, they ain't been great. Obviously the way they progressed against West Ham, beat them heavily. Fair play to them, but in recent weeks they've not been great. You look at the 2-1 loss to Newcastle after having that record at home. Yeah, Newcastle doing decent, but you would expect Southampton win due to them being at home. Tight game, but Southampton win. And then obviously before that, they lost heavily to Aston Villa. So, yeah, for this game, you never really want to play City, if I'm being honest, after they've just not got a result they've wanted. So I'm going to back City here. I think they're going to win it pretty convincingly. I think it's going to be the score Southampton beat West Ham by, but this time City will beat Southampton by that. I think 3-1 City. Straight up. So there you go. 4-2 City, says Alex. He reckons goals galore. Fair enough. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. But then again, to be fair, I say that. When Southampton, Adam's gone 3-0 City. When Southampton played him in the league, they done very well in that game. Obviously, I did do a watch along to that. They done very well in that. Carl Walker-Peters scored that very good goal early on. And City were on the ropes quite a lot of that. So, it's at Southampton as well. But I just think due to, City not beating Palace, I think they're just going to be fired up for this game. And I think, not great form Southampton have been on. I think it's going to play a part in this game. So there you go. There's my prediction for that. Moving on to the last game, which you obviously all know. Nottingham Forest versus Liverpool. Obviously, I will be doing a watch along. 6 o'clock is the game, so I'll go over probably 5-2. But it's going to be a tough game. I've said it ever since, the draw was announced. It's going to be a tough game. Obviously, I've knocked out 2 good Premier League sides to get here. Arsenal, who are obviously the holders. Well, not the holders last season, but, they've won it the most, I meant to say. Leicester, obviously, a derby, and the way they slapped them up in that derby was mental. So it's not going to be an easy one. It's not going to be an easy one for Liverpool. That atmosphere is going to be brilliant in there. They've got some good players. Jed Spence, Davies is doing very well for them at this current moment in time. It's gonna be massive. But obviously Liverpool are going for the quadruple by the looks of it. Whether that will happen, I don't know. But yeah, it's going to be a massive game. It's going to be brilliant, like I've said. And yeah, we haven't played Forest for a lot of years. So there you go. Their fans are going to be fired up for it, the players as well. And Steve Cooper, obviously former Liverpool manager, for the youth anyway. So, he knows a bit about the club, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be an interesting one. I've had my score prediction ready for weeks, but obviously I'll do the lineup first. And before I do that, though, I'll get into your comments. and your predictions. Alex has gone 2-0 Liverpool. That would be very nice. That would be very nice. Getting a clean sheet away at Forest. That would be a very nice one. So yeah, let's make a note of that. 2-0 Liverpool. 2-1 Liverpool. I'll take that. Take that, mate. I'll take any result. That's a win, of course. Even if it is scrappy, which I think it will be. As I said, that crowd, they're a good side. Got some good players. So yeah, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. Big up Spencer. He says 2-0 to the Pool. That would be brilliant. So there you go. Boris Johnson Baldy is incoming. Okay. But yeah, let's get into the lineup that I would play. And there has been some announcements that come out today in Klopp's press conference leading up to this game. Now, Trent is apparently injured now, for weeks, which is a bit of a coincidence because England are playing. But do I care? No. I would rather he doesn't play in these friendlies. A lot of people are crying about the England team, and I don't care. It's friendlies. I couldn't care less who's in the squad or not. If it's the Euros, or even if it's the games where, the qualifications, then, some of the people in it, I'll be a bit like, it's friendlies. I don't know why people are getting so butthurt over it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, anyway, about that. Salah apparently got a foot injury, but I don't know. Like, there was speculation after the Brighton game, then he was all right. Salah's a hungry player. So there you go. But it's been announced, Klopp's come out and said Alisson will play. So straight up, we have to put him in goal. As for right back, now a lot of Liverpool fans saying Milner, obviously he can do a job there. When he's been there recently, he's not been overly great, in my opinion. Gomez, it's not been great recently for Liverpool. Obviously, Nico Williams is out of Fulham. Conor Bradley, for me, is too young. This is a tough one, but I am going to go with Gomez because when you see what I go with at the centre-backs, I think you'll understand. Centre-backs are going to go pretty strong. As I said, it's going to be a tough game. They're a good side. They're a good side and they can hurt us. So I'm going to go with Canate for sure. And I'm going to go with Virgil van Dijk. Now, you lot might go, what? But that is how I'm going. I'm being dead serious. Left back, I will go Shimikas. I think he deserves to keep his place for the FA Cup games and all the cup games he's been in. And he's a very good player. Hasn't put a foot wrong for Liverpool yet. So I'm going to go him there and give Robertson a rest. As for the midfield, I'm going to go with... I'm going to go Henderson as a CDM in this sort of game. And then on the left side, I'm going to go with... Actually, on the right side, this might be interesting, but I'm going to go Elliott. Harvey Elliott. Obviously, he played in the Championship last season at Blackburn, so you'll know a bit of what these are about. And he played really well in most of the FA Cup games he's played in this season, especially Cardiff. And that was his returning one, wasn't it? So there you go. And then the other side, I'm going to go... I want to go Thiago. I know this might sound a bit mad, but what you also got to remember is we've got an international break now, so we can go pretty strong for this. So that is why I'm saying most of these players. And then left wing, I'm going to go Jota. And then up top, I'm going to go Origi. And then on the right wing, I'm going to go with Minamino. So that's my lineup. A lot of you might think that's sort of a weakened attack, but, I think Origi and Minamino definitely Minamino deserves to keep his place after the last round. He plays in these competitions. Same with Origi, plays in these as well. And you got to think, if it doesn't work, look who we will have on the bench. Diaz, I think we will have Salah. I can't lie. If we don't, we don't. But even if we don't, we got Mane, we got Firmino, who, obviously scored against Arsenal the other day. So we've got that attacking stuff. Even Keita in the midfield. So I think we'll be all right. But yeah, that's the lineup I would go with against Forest. Now, as for a score prediction, as I said, I've had it ironed up, sorted. I've thought of it ever since the game's come out. 3-2 Liverpool. I think it's going to be a mental game. I think there's going to be goals, and I think Liverpool edge it. Obviously we're going for the quadruple, but I think Forest will put up a brilliant game. So yeah, there you go. That's my prediction for that. So there you go. But yeah, there we go. Lockyer should be in the Wales team. A lot of, Scottish Luton players should be in the Scottish team for me, especially Naismith, obviously on that left side of centre-back, because I know they play Robertson left-back and then they play Tierney ahead, or that's what they have been doing recently, but I think Naismith definitely deserves to be in it the way he's been this season. And Campbell, maybe not starting Campbell though, putting him on the bench, I'd say. So yeah, that's what I will say about that one. So there you go, people. There you go. Just can't see Liverpool winning this. I think we will. I definitely, it's going to be a tough game, like I said, but I do see us winning it and progressing to the semi-finals. So there you go, people. There is episode 3 of the FA Cup predictions done. Obviously, like I said, we've done a little preview at the start as well. I will be on Max's channel in a bit, Max Tiger HDs, for a preview he does like Tigers talk, so it's like what I do with the Hatter Show. Obviously, he'll be talking about his game first, their last game, obviously against Coventry midweek, and then he'll be bringing me on. And I think maybe a few other Luton fans, I'm not 100% sure, but he's definitely bringing me on for that. He scheduled it for 5:30. That's the time his stream starts. I don't know what time he'll bring me on though. But yeah, there you go. So if many of you could come onto that, that'd be much appreciated to say my thoughts about Luton. And Adam says watch along tomorrow. If you're on about the Luton game, no, because I'm actually going to it. So there you go. Away days are back. I'm looking forward to it. It's an early wake up. It's an 8 o'clock wake. Well, it's not too bad actually, to be fair. I remember when I went Blackburn, that was a 7:30 wake up, I believe that was. So yeah, it's not that bad. And you got a vlog tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. And it's going to be some good content on the vlog. So I hope you lot enjoy it. I've got some big things coming up for that vlog. So there you go. I hope you'll enjoy it. And it's going to be interesting. But yeah, definitely, if you can, come over to Max Tiger HD's channel. As I said, he's starting it at 5:30. That's when it's scheduled anyway. If you go on there, you see it now. And Adam's gassed about that. I'm glad you are, mate. I love every single person. No homo that, watches my stuff and bigs it up, because that's why I do it. So you lot enjoy it. But yeah, as I said, there'll be a vlog to that. Content coming up my channel wise. I'm not 100% sure yet. Potentially do a watch along tonight. Now, I did do a poll on my Instagram. If you want to see me do Wolves versus Leeds, I might do it. I've got everything sorted, like a thumbnail and everything. If I am to do it, just got to schedule it. But I'm not 100% sure if I am going to do it yet. But keep your eyes out. You might see that tonight. But if not, you'll see me on Max Tiger HD's channel tonight for definite. And then obviously tomorrow vlog, like I said, that'll be the only bit of content, because I have done a lot of content and I don't want to overdo my content. So you lot, actually have a chance, if you're not able to watch at the time, actually can watch it if you want to do that. Sunday, you'll have a Liverpool watch along, of course. Don't think there's anything else on Sunday. And then, from there on in, I'm not too sure. What games are on Monday? Let's have a quick look. Is there any games on Monday? I mean, it's international break now, so most likely not. League Two. Like, no disrespect, I ain't doing that. You know what I mean? Don't think that's on TV anyway. But there you go. Preview of Lewis. I don't know. He said to me yesterday he's not sure, so it looks like I will not, at this current moment in time, be doing a preview with him. So yeah, there you go, people. As I said, that's the content I know up until Sunday. So potentially a watch along tonight to Wolves versus Leeds. Big up everyone that's voted on that poll, like always, much appreciated. Max Tiger HD's channel before that, if I am to do that. Tomorrow vlog, Sunday watch along to Liverpool, and then from there on in, I'm not too sure. So no, I'm not doing a watch along to them. Jesus Christ. I think they're playing away tomorrow. Anyway, take care, T, and everyone. Big up yourself for coming on, Spencer, mate. Much appreciated. And yeah, let me know what you think about us getting Benfica, because obviously I ain't spoke to you since then. Great stream again, T. Thank you very much. But yeah, like I said, don't forget to smash a like on the stream if you haven't already. It'd be much appreciated. Big up everyone that's come on, like always, much appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, with the notification bell on. That would be much appreciated. And yeah, subscribe to my other channel as well, T-Boys TV Extra, where I post clips and highlights. That would be much appreciated as well. And yeah, share the channel. And yeah, if you want to follow me across any of my socials, link to them are in the description. And get on the poll if you haven't already. You know, there you go. That'd be much appreciated. And yeah, just quickly, Spencer says, I love it. Yeah, it's very good. It's about time we got one of the easier sides. But then again, I'm not disrespecting Benfica. They're there for a reason. And, you know, the home game at their ground's not going to be easy. That's what I will say. So, yeah, boring Bayern will be tough in the next round, though, if we get through. Yeah, I've done it on my stream earlier when I was doing the reaction to the draw. I do actually think we will get to the final because they've done the semi-finals as well, didn't they? And from what I think at this current moment in time, that might change with how the teams will be in recent weeks. But I did say a Liverpool-Madrid final. That is how I see it going at this current moment in time. And I see us getting revenge. That's all I see. So there you go. And not the revenge from last year. I don't really count that. It's more the league, not League Cup. The when we played them in the final. So there you go. Can't underestimate them, Benfica. We can't. Very impressive win over Ajax, and they even got 2 goals in the first leg. You know, when their crowd's amazing. Like as I said when I was previewing the second leg to them on Ajax, you know, their crowd's amazing. You know, the way they bring noise and they're there for a reason, like I said. So it's not going to be easy. And the more we keep saying, you know, a lot of Liverpool fans keep going, oh, it's easy. The more, you know, you're going to realise that it's hard. Or it's, you know, not going to be a walkover. So there you go. That's what I will say about that. And yeah. Big up Robbie says, hello, Tyler, bro. I will get back to your message. I saw that pop through. But yeah, I'm literally about to wrap it up now. So as I said, I'll be on Max Tiger HD's channel. As I said, his stream's starting at 5:30, so I'm not too sure what time he's going to bring me on, but yeah, just if you can, please go on to that. And yeah, I'll discuss my thoughts on Hull Luton when he brings me on and how I'm feeling going into it and everything like that. So yeah, people, until next time, thanks for watching and take care and peace.